Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video, and we've got a huge one today. I actually received this in the mail yesterday, and I'm very excited to unbox it for you. Of course, I'm not going to unbox everything that you see in front of you today. This will be a multi-part video series about Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampire Hunters, the complete Kickstarter, brought to you by Dark Gate Games. As you can tell, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boxes, an extra set of dice, and some extra cards. So we got a lot of stuff to unbox for you over the next couple videos, which I'm really looking forward to doing for you guys, because I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure if this has been 3 years, 4 years, I'm not sure, but it took an awful long time to get here. I've been looking forward to this. I'm a huge fan of vampire movies and vampire hunting and all that kind of stuff, and animated films like Vampire Hunter D. Love it. And I was really I hated to say, I was really waiting to sink my teeth into this. So really looking forward to this game, and I want to, like I said, unbox it for you guys. And thank you so much for joining me to witness this. So I'm going to move the camera up a little bit here so we can get kind of back in focus. I could pull some of the stuff down, show you just a little bit at a time what we're going to be getting here. Again, this is not in order of importance. I'm just showing you a couple of some of the boxes here. So we've got this Ancient Blood Vampire Hunters Chian. Okay, we've got that one. We've got this extra character here, Landolfo. I'll say a special character. We have the OVH upgrade pack. We've got some extra dice and some cards. We got this. We've got Barkugus. Another character. I mean, a couple extra characters. And then we've got this one here. We've got Kernananian. Sorry again. Kernananian. That's what I'm going to go with that one. Again, some really cool figures. Some expansions. We've got 3D tokens. Then we have the core box, which is Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampires, which I can now start pulling up a little bit here. This is the core box set, which we're going to do an unboxing of today. Before we get to that, we've got the big, don't want to drop it. We've got Ancient Blood. We got Vlad, I'll say Dracula, or Vlad the Impaler. That's 2 figures in that box, which is really cool. So again, that's we're going to do that unboxing today. We have another expansion, Unholy Cloister. And last but not least of the 10 boxes, we've got Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampire Hunters, and we have Spike and Fangs. At the back, it doesn't show you much, but we've got another expansion. So we've got a lot of unboxing to do over the course of the next couple of videos. But, of course, we got to start off where the most important one is. We have to start off with the core box set. And here we have it right here. Ancient Blood, the Order of the Vampires, again, brought to you by Dark Gate Games. Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampire Hunters is a cooperative story-driven game for 1 to 4 players that can be played solo, as standalone games, or as a campaign. Choose a story and begin your journey. Be brave, be wise, as every choice you make along your path will impact the game world. The wrong choice could awaken your deepest fears. Fight side by side with your fellow hunters like never before. You can combo attacks, seeking help from locals with your skills, and finding all the clues that will lead you to the master of each vampire clan, the Elder Lords. So it gives you a picture of what's inside the box, table of contents. Again, it's for 1 to 4 players, ages 14 up. It takes about 2 hours per game. Released in 2024. But again, I just picked this up. It's now June of 2025. So finally, I got my order. So as I've said before, let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. I can tell you right now, well, first off, I'm going to use a blade to off camera. So if I flip, you don't have to see that. There we go. It's Christmas in June. And don't let this deceive you. This is an extremely, extremely heavy box. Good size box, and it's chock full of goodness. You can tell already. All right, so let's crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have inside the box. Ooh, the box comes off nice. It's nice and tight, but it comes off really, really easily. Love that. And the inside of the box we've got there, Order, Ancient Blood, the Order of the Vampire Hunters. Very, very cool stuff. All right, so we're gonna put that to the side for the time being, and let's see what else we got. So packed nicely. Got a bunch of styrofoam in there, but let's start off where we come first. Normally we start off with the rule book. And there it is right there. So we're gonna start with the rule book. Okay, so it looks like we have a couple of different books here that we can start off with, which is very cool. Okay, so it looks like we have the rule book and we have the story book. So let's start off with the core rule book here. Okay, on the back we have a summary guide, which is cool. You have the day phase, you have the night phase, which is cool. Hunter activation. So it looks like here it says day phase, hunters play before turned hunters. Activate hunter, take 3 actions. Activate the enemies. Night phase, turned hunters play before hunters. Activate the enemies. Activate a hunter, take 3 actions. All right, there you go. You got actions. You got village encounters and free hunter actions. So a bunch of stuff that you can do. Enemy activations. The awakening. Resolve all remaining unexplored room tokens. Wake up all vampires in the room. So it looks like this is going to get busy in a hurry. So let's pull this down here a little bit and let's take a look at this. All right, so we've got our beautiful, beautiful artwork, glorious colors. Looks really, really great. So it really captures the theme so far in my mind. Okay, we got our table of contents, of course, the credits to all the good people who brought you this game. Of course, we have automatically in the book, we see that we have all the stuff that's included in the book. That's fine too. Again, breakdown of the different types of cards, breakdown of how to read all the cards, and gives instructions on all that stuff, which is really, really cool. How to read all the points on the character cards, that's really cool as well. And it shows you all different kinds of cards. So you got ability cards, you got item cards, you have parchment cards, weapon cards, ammunition cards, combined attack reference cards. We've got Vampire ID cards, terror cards, location cards, elder dashboard, elder ability card, and health points. And they got lots of tokens as well. And then, of course, it's going to show you how the map tiles are set up and what the map tiles mean for as well. Then we have our setup of our game. Right there, it shows you how to play, the turn structure, turn phases, hunter activation, enemy activation, end of round. And then you set up your scenarios, the village. All right, the path, the den, the elder's nest, different attributes. Hunters have 6 attributes: faith, intelligence, agility, persuasion, diplomacy, and occult. The specific attribute for each hunter are shown on the dashboard with the icon and the number of dice they will roll with that attribute. Makes sense? Attribute tests. Figure 5. So we got weight and weight limits, enemy types. You got vampires, different creatures. You have the elder. You got health points. Over here it talks about playing the elder with less than 4 hunters. Okay, it says during the activation, each hunter may perform 3 actions. Possible actions are move, attack, retreat, trade, pick up, drop, buy, sell, transform, dig free. Each action is described below. So we got the move action, evade. Then you have resolving terror cards, then attacking, melee and ranged attacks, resolving attacks. Then we talk about defense. Gives you lots and lots of examples. And I like the fact when you look at it, if you look at it a little bit up close, the highlighted words are the most important things in red, which is really, really cool. Really liking that. And then we have vials of vampire blood, ability activation, hunters, special abilities, critical hits, enemies, using activated abilities. So there's lots and lots of figures and charts in here, which I like. This way you're not spending too much time trying to figure this all out. You've got pictures here explaining it all to you. So there you go. Shows you exact of a fighting action, how that runs, which is really cool, using the figures and the characters. All right. Tiling up wounds, other attack icons, interacting with tokens, dig free action, retreating, attacking sleeping vampires, attacking awake vampires, pick up, trading, drop, buy, and sell. Transforming. Ammunition, clock, sunset phase, the awakening. Then we have the sunrise phase. Of course, you have enemy activation, stalking enemies, fighting enemies, evading. The shortest path. Again, gives you lots of detailed examples of play, which is really, really cool. Winning the game. So let's take a look at this real quick. It says, winning the game. If the hunters kill the elder of the story as indicated in the storybook, all hunters win the game and may continue with the next. The campaign is won after the hunters complete the main objective of the last story of the campaign as written in the storybook. Then we got some advanced rules, standalone games, spoils of war, scaling games. We got Benoit and the Extractor. It's Brenoit and the Extractor. Activate the Extractor. Combined attacks, playing turned hunters, and your health points. And so it's a total of 39 pages of rules and then a summary sheet on the back of the book. From what I've heard about other people who did a playthrough, it's a medium to hard level game, so that it could be challenging. So that's going to be very cool. I'd like to see that made. So hopefully, it's not overly complex, but it shows like they give you a lot of instructions in there how to play the game. So this is the storybook. The storybook is much thicker than the actual rule book. So here's your storybook. Again, I'm going to give an overview of it. I'm not going to go through it, give you any specific details because I do not want to ruin the game for myself or for you. You've got house 1, house 2, house 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we've got all different things happening at the house. So you've got a total of 30 things that can happen within the house. You've got black market. All right, so black market has 32 entries. The inn. And the inn has a total of 32. Then we have how to play path cards. Gives you more detailed examples. So on these cards, it tells you exactly what your deal is supposed to do, how you're supposed to set up the board, and everything else of that nature. So it doesn't look like you have that much out at one time, which looks really, really cool to me. That looks like you get in combat, and but it doesn't look like you have a lot of tiles down at one time, which is very interesting. This is going to be quite the interesting game, I must say. Bark Ugus. Landolfo. I gotta tell you, the book is beautifully done. So let's just take a look at the very, very first one. See what it says, the house one. So just give you a flavor for what's going on here. It says house one. If you greet them, read entry 1. If you carry on walking, read entry 2. Entry 1 is a group of traveling bards exchanging songs in front of the fireplace. A sturdy-looking man with a thick red beard invites you to join them. If you join them to show off your singing, read entry 3. If you thank them but decline the invitation, read entry 2. Entry 3. You accept to start singing the famous ballad, The King's Wife, perform a persuasion test 4+. If you pass, read entry 4. If you fail, read entry 5. Entry 2, entry 4, entry 5. That's all I'm going to read. So you get the idea of you're going to do one thing, and based on what you do, you're moving on to another entry. So this is pretty cool how this is laid out. All right, so it's almost like it's giving you a, I hate to say it this way, AI as your storyteller, which is cool. I like that. Very, very cool. So again, you have a huge book of 49 pages of stories and examples and everything you might need to do, how to set up the boards, everything else like that. So again, we read, what did we read? We read, oh, we don't have the house. They only have the path here. All right, just path. Barkugas, Landolfo. All right, we're gonna have to go through everything to figure out exactly how this is all done. But there you go. We got our rule book and we have our storybook. So that's 2 things right off the bat I'm going to put right there. Then we also have lots and lots of tokens. Looks like blood vials, blood, looks like wound markers, different stuff you can find. Okay, maybe doors, not sure. Turn it over. Okay, front and backs appear to be the same. Oh, it looks like a window and a broken window. That's what it looks like. Those are broken windows down there. Again, different creatures. Very cool. Different icons. Again, all the icons are explained in the core rule book. So there's some punch outs there. And then we got another sheet of punch outs. Blood vials, blood drops again. Blood drops look like roses on red lace. Blood drops look like roses on white lace. Sorry about that. They don't wash away. Still dead upon the bed. Still searching for your head. Iconic Alice Cooper lyrics. There you go. Some more here. Some more creatures you might be running into. What would a game be without a werewolf and a vampire movie? Or a vampire game? Of course, gotta have it. It's time of day. Okay. So you got only 2 punch boards, which is not a lot. We have our different room tiles. So it tells you A1 up top. Flip side. Another A2. This is B2. Lots and lots of detail. So this looks like it's going to be a very, very, very gory game. Which, you can kind of understand that. Can show you that. Let me show you A1. Let me show you B1 again, just real quick. I'm not sure if I showed it to you or not, so I'm just going to go through it real quick. Very, very, very cool. Obviously, really captures the theme. So very, very cool there. Again, you got your tiles. So you got A1, A2 and B1 and B2, obviously. And then we've got here A3. Right, you're going to be fighting on a path, it said, so this might be the path itself. And you flip it on this side, B3, again, more inside the house. Remember the house that had 30 parts or something to that nature. Very cool. So that's A3 and B3. So we have one more here. This is A4. Looks like more wilderness. And you see the path here, it goes this way. I'm guessing that's how it works. So it looks like they're cut into 3 zones, it appears to me. The house is also laid out different. So I'm going to say these are nice thick cardboard. These are definitely these are as nice tiles as any other game that I've played before, including all the CMON tiles. These are really, really nice. Very, very well done. The artwork on it is very, very cool. All right, and then we got some more tiles here. So we get down, so that was A4. We go to A and B4. So this is A5. Almost looks like a desert region. Again, going through the house is going to be going up flights of stairs. It's going to be tricky. All right, so there's A5 and B5. So we're going to start with A6 here. There we go. B6, which is more of the house. And again, the setup of the boards and the setup of everything will be explained to you in the storybook. It's going to tell you which tiles you need. Here's A7 and B7. And as you can tell through with the lines, it's telling you the different zones that there are. All the icons like that and like this, all the icons are going to be explained in the rule book, what all the icons mean. And here's your B side. Again, the cartography, just the overall pictures, the colors, everything is really, really top notch in this game so far. I'm having zero. When I say that, I mean really, I'm having zero complaints so far. And now we're on sheet 8. That's really cool. And then B8. Which are broken down into zones again. 2 separate rooms. Okay, that's cool. And tile 9, A9 and B9. Interesting. All right, that's A9 and B9. And the last tile that we have, so you get 10 tiles, which comes up with 20 sides, which is really, really cool. Let me flip over here. Ooh. sure which way would be the right way to view that, but that's really cool. And I'm not sure. Let's see, that's the center thing. It's very, very cool. Lots of skeletons and dead guys. Got some gold in the corner over there. Some more. So I'm going to assume maybe it goes that way. I'm not sure. But that is a really cool tile. All right, so there we have it. And there's A10 again. So you got 10 tiles that are front and back. You got the core rule book. You've got the storybook, and you have 2 sheets of tokens. Oh, it looks like there's another book in here too, which I'm gonna have to get to as well. So let's get to that other book before we jump in there. So it looks like another book in here, which I just found. So looks like this is a core box, it says on there. So this is the rules about a campaign, save the game, standalone, extractor. All right, then we in depth, it goes into path cards, nest, transfusion, elder, attribute tests, village turned hunters, starting hunter starting points, village, so it tells you exactly how you're starting in the game. Okay, so there's different stories that are included in the game as well. Okay, cool. So we got stories and your entries. Okay, so this looks like the book that you're going to read the stories from. When you're in this book here, remember it says go to story, read entry 1, entry 2. Well, here's your entries right here. Okay, so let's just take a look at this real quick. It says entry 1. It was a challenging night. The stakes had driven into the rock tenaciously withstood the icy wind that has been blowing incessantly for days. Your sturdy tent remained fixed to the ground. The night before, after hours of walking, tired and with cold seeping into your bones, you set up camp in the snowy expanse. Darkness came quickly, and the fury of the blizzard remained constant, making it almost impossible for you to get much rest. At dawn, you struggle out of your shelters, now almost completely submerged in the white mantle. After packing up your campsite, you are ready to resume your journey. Your destination is what remains of a small church that was erected centuries earlier. Apart from religious services, it's used to provide respite for the foolhardy merchants who ventured across the cold and treacherous lands to reach the trading centers beyond the valley. The monks who inhabited it were dismembered by a pack of vampires who have now made it their home. But in those remains is also an ancient map drawn up by the centuries-old order of your Umarate monks. You absolutely must get that map. It can show you the hidden location of 3 components needed to assemble the weapon capable of annihilating the Elder. Read entry 2. Then it's going to tell you what to do. Draw and resolve a path card. Read entry 1. There you go. So you see how that's going to be set up. So we got story 1 is the cold. Gives you your setup and all that stuff's right here. Okay, I was wondering about that. All right, you got different entries. Moving along with this. Again, I don't want to give away too much of this. Different entries, and you have up to entry 31. No, keeps going. All right, continue to move on. These are setups, the different things you're doing. All right, so the second story is the plague. Again, everything is set the same way. I don't want, again, I'm just flipping through this. I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. You got to get to the church. That's the first job. Then you have the Fortress City. It tells you what tiles you're going to use, how to set those tiles up. Again, it gives you all kinds of information here. Right, there you have it. So that's a total of 65 pages of story. So you got your storybook, you have your, this I guess is your mission book, and you have your core rule book, which is right there. All right, so you got 3 books. See, as you're digging through a box, you find things. All right. We also have this cool baggie of stuff. So it looks like we have some player boards in here. If I can actually open that, there it goes. I was going to say, if I can actually open it. as always, we got a cool baggie. So it looks like you have your character cards. These appear to be Vec Ronar. So these are obviously villains. Double-sided. So there's a lot of icons on here to read. So again, this appears to be weaker. So all right. Then we have Verna, another bad guy. We have Zarnakar, get another hideous creature. Looks like the front side and the back side are different. See, it's 2, 3, then 1, 2. This is 5 plus. This is 4 plus. This is 33. That's 33, 0, and 0. Again, all these icons, I'm not quite sure what they're used for, but the cards are all set up the same way. Title of the character, picture of the character, and all their stats are around the sides. So there you go. Looks like 3 right there. Looks like your doomsday clock there, 1 to 12. Looks like we have, this looks like to be your vampire board. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not maybe one side's the daytime, one time's the nighttime, not sure. Looks like these things get punched out. You know, it's high quality cardboard when you can punch it right back in. So nice thick cardboard, really, really nice. So also you can get some, you're gonna get some little cubes you're gonna put in those spots there, which is very, very cool. So there's another piece of that. And then we have the characters. You could be Kurt. It says Kurt here in the back. So it appears to me, so 1. So I'm not sure which side you start with. So I'm not exactly sure how to use these cards, but again, it's all the diagrams that are all inside. The main rulebook shows you everything you need to know about how to use these cards in the game. So the characters you can play are Kurt, Giselle, Ellie, and Otto. So you got 4 characters in the 4 set that you can play. So it's a 4-player game, or play solo mode, and you have you run all the characters yourself. So there you go. So that came in that package right there. Just a little bit now. Let's get a little bit more in here. Now we're starting to run into figures, and let's move this over here. So we have nice trays for everything. Let's start looking at some of these cards. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 sets of mini cards, 3 sets of regular cards. So let's pull these all down and see what we got going on here. Pull this one first. So, not exactly sure what each card is. Oh, looks like it might be different scenarios. Different scenario cards might be. Yeah, so this might be different scenario cards. So let's start with this one first because it looks like there's the in on there. And there are a tremendous amount of cards in that deck. So all this says the in on it. Okay, so like I was saying, so these are going to be based on which part of the game you're playing. So you got the house. I'm going to put those right here. So let's start with the inn. So I'm going to go through, again, look at the artwork on that. Really, really awesome. nothing happens, and then all icons down below. Different things that can happen. So these are your event cards at the inn. Okay, so I'll take a random one. For any organized order. Okay, it says the inn. In a corner of the inn, a bard plays a sweet ballad. A big man approaches him and complains, saying that the song makes him sad and threatens to beat the band. Read Inn 22, and there are your icons down here. Pull the first one. Next to the fire, you see a group of people gathered around an old man. You get closer and see the man is accepting bets for riddles nobody can solve. You can bet 10 coins and try to solve a riddle or leave. Read at the inn right there. So again, these are all your cards that are going to take place while you're at the inn. Then we have cards for the house, which are going to be similar in nature. Again, photo on top. It's going to tell you what's happening. And at the bottom here, which we don't have here, it's going to tell you where to read different things. Interesting enough, with this here, they don't appear to have any icons at the bottom. So that's interesting. This is at the house. So you got the inn, you got the house. We're going to have a lot of cards here. So you got the inn, you got the house. I'm going to open up another deck of cards to see even more of the Exporium. Up the next one. And these are slippery cards. Brandy spanking new. So we got, it says the Exporium. So each location card that you meet, or that you go to, I should say, more artwork, very cool. And that was the house. Sorry, I'm not sure if I showed you the front. That's the house. That's the Exporium. Again, all the cards are the same way. Oh, look at these. These have a photo on the top, and they have a bunch of icons. A bunch of icons on them. So I'm not exactly sure what any of that means, but you'll get that, obviously, by reading the rule book. Okay, so that's going to be a little tricky to go through all those icons. So that's your Exporium card. And then let's see what other we got here. We got other locations. We've got, got a church you can go to. So all your different locales. Transfusion. Different things happen at the church with your icons again. So you can go to the church. Then we also have, it appears to be a blacksmith. Okay, so we got a lot of blacksmith cards as well. Again, set up the exact same way. Picture, information, tells you where to read, and all your icons at the bottom. So I'll pick a random one again. Transform. Transform. So there's all kinds of stuff that's going to happen there. Again, nothing. You are browsing the goods on a stall of an old bookseller. Black market. So there's a bunch of transform cards, as you could tell. Lots and lots of transform cards. Okay. There you go. So you've got the inn, the church, the house, the Emporium, the church, and the blacksmith. And looks like the last bit of card places you can visit are the black market. And there's your picture of the black market. Sorry, I didn't show you a picture of the outside of the blacksmith. I did, but I didn't do a close-up of it. There you go. Black market. Again, cards are set up identically. Picture on top, whatever happens, where you're supposed to read, and then you have icons at the bottom. Again. So I'll just pick one of these at random. You're visiting the black market when a man stops you. If you want to walk here, there is a price to pay. Give me 5 coins, he says with a smirk. You notice his hand is resting on a wooden club. Read Black Market 26, and there are the icons that go along with that. Grab another one just real quick. A man breathing heavily stops you and asks you if you can hold his goat for a minute. Read Black Market 2. All right. And this is your black market cards. Again, so you got black market, you got blacksmith, emporium, house, church, and the inn. Those are, it appears to be all the different locales in the storyline. That's cool. And we have one last set of large cards. There might be more locations in here, I'm not sure. Let's take this. Again, these cards are very, very slick. All right. We've got characters. All that. Oh, looks like there's some more here. Some more places, so hold on. These are set up backwards for some reason. Put that down here. And you got some, it says front. Oh, these have front and back cards. We're going to get to those last because there's a lot to look at. You've got your creature cards here, which these are probably smaller minions, and the ones over there were probably the bosses, basically, that you have to fight. All right, so we do have more locations. You have the path. Oh, this is all the path. Oh, and then you have the inn. So let's go back to the inn. We have a couple of those cards, 4 of those cards. It says, next to the fire, you see a group of people gathered around an old man. You get closer and see the man is accepting bets for, oh, we saw that one, right? Okay. Get the inn. All right, so you got a couple of those. So again, your locations, you can get the inn, the church, the blacksmith, these inns go with the inns. All right, so we're good there. So that was just extra cards that were added into. You know, sometimes they have too many cards, so they got put in a different deck. All right, so we got the last one to go through of the location. So again, we have the church, the blacksmith, black market, emporium, house, the inn, and now we have the path, which has a tremendous amount of cards in it. So again, they're set up the same way. We have your picture, what's going on, and down. They may have icons at the bottom, but it also tells you where to read. Read path 1, which part of the storyline you're going to read. Again, I don't know if these are put in any certain kind of order. If you shuffle them, I'm not sure. I'm going to have to read that. But I'm going to pull one out there just so we can take a look at it at random. The heat of the sun is so intense that one of you faints. They suffer a wound. Okay. Pull another path card. Path, it says, Taku. On a forest path, you encounter an unusual sentry, a being wearing a metal helmet and carrying a spear, a wooden chest on his back. As it wanders over the terrain, his presence adds to the air of mystery among the fallen trees. Loot disposition. If Taku deals 2+ wounds, that hunter discards 1 item. Read path 22. Okay, so you might get in a fight with Taku. Taku. There's a path right there. Again, that's a really, really cool picture. Nook. Next to the embers of a campfire, a nightmare being takes shape. A sorcerer's ogre whose true essence is the embodiment of the black arts, wielding a staff that crackles with sinister energy. Crippling blow. If Nook deals 3+ wounds, that hunter will not activate next turn. Read path 14. Nook. So you'll be fighting that guy. All right, so again, lots of things can happen on this sinister path that we have that you have to take. Okay, those are all your locations again. Then we've got our different bad guys. So again, different names. We have Vasha, Valthor, Trogu, Shibas, Rukan, Lertho, Gantz, Dr. Steinlauf, Tusik, Taku, Volkruk, Siegfried, Nook, Koriba. So again, let's take a look at these characters a little bit up closer. Again, all the icons are explained to you in the rulebook. And obviously it has two different sides to the card. That will be explained to you. So there's Vasha, there's Valthor, Trogu, Shivas, Rukan, Lertho, Gantz, Dr. Steinlauf, Tusik, Taku, Volkruk, Siegfried, Nook, there's a card that we read, then Koriba, and double-sided cards. All right, so those are cool. Put that on top of here, and then it looks like we have different types of attacks. And on this side, I'd say for you, it says Sentinel, cost, and reward. Okay, it says Sentinel, run and fight. The active hunter up to 2 areas away from an inactive hunter with 2 or more enemies in their area rushes forward to form a melee attack with +1 on one enemy and pushing the other enemy to an adjacent area of choice. Cost, if the active hunter injects 2 vials of blood while the inactive hunter injects 1. Reward, the hunter split the reward if the enemy is destroyed. Put that card over. Again, Sentinel, run and fight. Cost. Alright, so what? Front and backs are the same, spin attacks. Interesting. Front and back are the same. So you got spin attack, sanguine augmentation, bite the dust, purification, Sagita, combined arms, valiant retreat, hold'em, eclipse strike, blade united, dive bomb, hold, double melee, smoke and mirrors, distract. Hunter shoots an enemy while another hunter distracts it. The active hunter makes a ranged attack on an enemy. When an inactive hunter is in the same area as the enemy, the active hunter rolls +1 green dot. Cost, reward, both hunters get the full reward if the enemy is destroyed. So distract, take cover, clear shot, low blow, hateful decapitation, holy rain, smelly attack, fireworks, Stossgerbit, ultimate sacrifice, and sentinel. So these look like attack cards. Okay, that's all of your larger cards. Then we have our small cards. It appears that we have 3 different types of those. 1, 2, doesn't matter which one we start with, so let's start with this one here first. Again, we're talking Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampire Hunters. This is the Kickstarter version. I went all in on it, so this is cool. I got mini cards that look like that. Mini cards that looks like a deck. Looks like maybe a deck for the. This looks like it's the bosses. These are the bosses, the cards for the bosses. So okay, we'll get back to that. So let's take a look at this first. These are. Again, the artwork is really, really cool on all the cards. Beautifully done. Darkgate Games has done a really fantastic job with this packaging so far with everything you got here. All right, Predator's Vengeance, a penalty, Sanguine Imperative, Blood Hunt Retribution, Bloody Strike. So it looks like these are action cards for, I'm not sure for who, maybe this is for a werewolf, I'm not sure for one of the characters, I'm not sure, but these are obviously action cards that they're going to use. So again, you have Predator's Vengeance. Let's take a look at this one up close. Got the title. Penalty, you must destroy or cause a wound to a hunter each time you activate. Sanguine Imperative, Blood Hunt Retribution, Bloodied Strike, Sanguine Hunters of Oath, Reaper's Covenant, Hematophagic Infusion, Quick Kill, Restraints Ultimatum. If you take no actions this turn, your compulsion is satisfied. Otherwise, you must cause blood to a vampire. Penalty discard 2. Vampiric Affliction, Crisis of Conviction, Vampiric Mind Lock. All hunters must test their brain 4+. If 1+ hunters fail, your compulsion is satisfied. Otherwise, you must cause a wound to a vampire each time you activate. So I'm going to assume this is for the werewolf character. All right, so we got this character here. Looks like he is boss level. Yep. Add a d6 to the roll if during its attack the elder rolls a 6. In addition to any damage dealt, it throws the hunter into area 6 and breaks up to 3 vials. Discard up to 3 vials. Okay. So there you go. Action card. Yeah, these are action cards for that character. So looks like some are attacking. Looks like some are defense cards. All right. So I'll see. Cards are going to tell you how the characters are, how the boss level characters are going to run. So you're not rolling dice, you're not doing anything. The cards dictate what they do that round. Again, I'm assuming that's attack, and those are for defense. Yeah, so it says here, let's just take a look at one of these. There's the defense cards, there's the attack card. At the Elder's attack concludes, the Elder rolls a d6 and moves to the area corresponding to the number rolled. 1, 2, and there's that. Over here it says, before defending, your 3 actions. That's what those 3 mean, right? Before defending, the Elder rolls a d6. On a 1, 2, 3, the Elder stays in place. On a 4, 5, 6, the Elder moves into the area corresponding to the number rolled. If the Elder is within range, the attack can proceed. Otherwise, the action is lost. There you go, some cards. That's for that creature, and then we have another creature here, and these are obviously the boss level that you have to fight. Now, if the Elder's attack concludes, the Elder rolls a d6 and moves to that area corresponding to the number rolled. Make a single attack against any hunters in its path. It's got. Okay, and then we have those, and we have these. All right, so you get that general gist of those cards. So it's for the 3 monsters, and looks like for the werewolf also. Then we have this set of cards. Looks like we have 2 decks that are exactly the same. So it looks like this might be a stash of goods that you find, like weapons and stuff like that. I don't know, but all right, hold on. There's a whole bunch of okay, so a whole bunch of different stuff. So it looks like these are all different types of things you're going to find. Garlic, steaks, wine, some blood, okay, some plants, herbs, maybe that's just food. All right, so let's take a look at a couple of these. So we see this here. Let's see what it says. All right, doesn't say anything because it's front and back. So that's that. Maybe it's self-explanatory. There's a crucifix. Holy water appears. All right. It says weight. It must be items you're finding. If the top corner has weights on it. All right. So it doesn't really tell you what it does. Yep, now I'm tell you what it does. Yep, both sides are the same. All right, that's interesting. Not sure what those are used for, but I'm assuming these are things that you find. I'm assuming they have some sort of effect. Obviously, the icons change on the top. You got You have an anvil there, you have a cross there. Look at the food. Not quite sure. Cloves. An axe. Grapes for wine. Some plants. Food. Lose 1 blood. That's for food. Okay. So we got those cards. We have more mini cards. I just dropped on the floor. Give me a second to pick them up. All right, they're right here. Again, they're very, very slick. They just, as you just saw, I just took them out. They're exceptionally slick, so I'm not surprised I haven't dropped more cards, but very, very slick. So these cards are different. I'm not exactly sure what these cards mean now. So again, all these have images and stuff, so I'm not exactly sure what any of them mean. Some of them have a red on the top, some of them don't, obviously. As you can tell, some have red, some don't. All of them have, I guess, for icons. So I guess I'm assuming, again, this means defense, this means on the offense. So it depends on which way you're gonna, whether you're attacking or how you're gonna do this. I'm not quite sure how these cards are utilized. So I don't want to give any false information here. Again, I haven't played the game. I'm just unboxing it for the first time. He's only just taking it out of the box now. So again, there's going to be a steep learning curve here when it comes to all these icons. And I'm assuming once you kind of get the flow and feel for all this stuff, these icons will all fall into place. I did not see a player's guide that shows you what all the icons mean. So I'm curious as if there is one in the box somewhere here. So again, all these cards seem to have that icon on. Oh, nope. So this has that icon on it. Okay, that icon's a little different. That icon's a little different. Again, icon's different. I'm assuming that these cards, each deck, go with each one of the different characters. That's what I'm going to assume, because I'm seeing like there's 4 different icons on it. So every character gets their own deck. That's what I'm assuming. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely it. Because 4 different types of cards. Yeah, so I'm assuming this is your, whether you're going to be on defense or you're going to be on offense, what you're going to do. You're going to move, you're going to shoot, what are you going to do? +1 movement, +1 attack. Not sure what they mean, but I'll see each one of these cards. Okay, so these are cards for your individual characters that you're playing, so you get cards for them as well. Okay, so it's card based. Maybe it's card based. Not quite sure. And then we've got more of these. So I'm gonna scan. Oh boy. Okay, so hold on here. We're gonna just move it along here a little bit. Okay, so it looks like we have weapon cards this time. Again, we have more of these kinds of cards, which are the anvil, the church items, or religious items. So I'm going to put that over here with this pile here. And then we have these. We have bullets. Again, it tells you the weight of it, tells you how you use it, and all the icons are explained in the book. You got the bullets, lots and lots and lots of bullets. Looks like you have a spike. You want to spike them, there it is. Looks like then you have some special weapons. You have a flaming sword, different kinds of weapons. Yep, looks like all kinds of awesome weapons that you can either find or bring with you into battle. Again, all the icons are explained. Yep, so it appears again. It's going to go, I'm assuming it's going to go according to the character. Certain characters can use certain weapons, other people can't use certain weapons. And I'm assuming you can level up your weapons also in this game, which is something else I read previously. So that's cool too. So it looks like this is stuff you can find here at regular that anybody can use. And these are for specific players that you have here. Yeah, so look at that right there. I'm absolutely correct in my thought. Let's see if I can get Otto right there. I'm just going to pull his card up real quick just so I can show you. So there's Otto, represents Otto, and as you can tell right there, so there's a weapon that Otto would, nope, wrong one. So he's got a different one, so hold on, see which icon is his. Oh, there's his. So it looks like this is a thing that, if I look at it that way, nope, wrong one again. There he is. So you look at that icon there, and you look at on his card there. So yeah, I'm assuming these are the upgrades for his weapons. You know, you sort them out, you know, and put them in the way they're supposed to be. All right, there you go. So these, again, this is for the characters. This one here is your deck for your characters as well, right? Yes, because all the icons, again, are on the outside of it. So these two decks go together. That's just an example of another one of your character cards there. And then, of course, here you also have, this reminds me of like a Zombicide, which tells you what characters, how many other characters are going to show up. So if you have 2 players or 4 players, one of these guys come out. If you have 4 players, these guys come out. So it's going to tell you which bad guys are going to come out of the attack. Very cool. So that's this deck, which is like your villains. Okay, so that's that deck there. That's very cool as well. And again, you have your random bullets and stakes that you can have for your characters. Okay, we also have lots and lots. Let's see what else we got here. Well, since we're now we're going to do this the right way and finish this up, we got a couple other additional things here that you can have here that you need to play the game. So, and then we'll show you all the figures that we have, the minis that are in the core box here. Okay. So again, we have the bases as you normally do. Bases for bad guys, blue for good guys. You got 4 good guys, and I'm assuming these are for the different characters that come at you. So they fit right on the bottom. That's cool. You got those. Here's your markers. Again, the red gelatinous cubes, which I told you about, that you would have for the different leveled beasts you're going to be fighting. Bosses. So that's for that. Got game specific dice. Cool baggie to keep them in. Looks like you have some green dice. More and more icons in all of them. You got blue, you got green. Again, I'm assuming some are attack dice, some are defense dice. You know, so you got a set of blue, you got a set of green. You have 1 red die. You have a black die. You have 2. They're really orange, but they come off on the screen yellow, so, but the dice do pop. And then you have your black and white dice that look like that, which look like to be your regular D6s. So again, those are your game specific dice. Each one has different kinds of icons on them, which is all explained again in the rulebook. So you got some dice here as well. And I'm always glad that you get a second set of dice, because when you have to play with a friend, it's better to have, rather than passing dice back and forth, you have dice that you can use. Now again, as we come to this part, we're going to show you some of the minis that are included. So Again, it comes in a nice, cool pack. As you can tell, just how they're set up. So if we have a bunch of duplicates, I'll only show you one, but it'll let you know how many of them we have. Okay, so we're going to take this top container off. Okay, so we're going to start off with, it appears you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. Nice high quality miniatures, very nice. So you get 6 of those. Looks like you get 1, 2, 3, 4 of this, 4, 5. I get 6 of these. This guy. Okay, looks like they're getting 6 of each. Very cool. Nicely done. 6 of those. You get 6 of these. Yep, different creatures you're going to be fighting along the way. Nicely detailed. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. So you get 6 of those, 6 of these, 6 of these. And you get 2 of these. Which is very cool. Put one down there. Put this guy up here. Almost looks like an alien creature, but it's very cool. Really digging that one. Got the tail with the big spike at the back of it. Very cool. That's really cool. So you get 2 of those. All right, 6 of these, 6 of these, 6 of these, 2 of those, 2 of him, this guy here. These characters do appear to be on the thinner side, which is, they're not as meaty as like a Simon figure. But they're very, very cool. I really like them. A lot of detail to them. So you get 2 of them, 6, 6, 6, and 2 of him. Then you get your bosses. Boss. Another one. That appears to be one of the vampire hunters. So they're definitely 28 millimeter figures, but they are definitely smaller figures. I mean, they look like regular humans, which is very, very cool. So that's one of your heroes. And then you have, get another boss. Very cool. And you also get another boss. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. So there you go. You get your 3 main bosses. 1, 2, 3. This is one of your heroes. You get 2 of those, 6 of this, 6 of this, 6 of this, and those are the 2 that you get of that. And I could show you the rest in the box, as you see. So again, you get 2 of those. You get 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. You get 6 of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the 6th guy goes in there, and you get 6 of these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's your 6th one right there. So that's also included in the box. And then we have a couple more figures here in the bottom of the box, which is here where these are slots where all your cards go in. And we have some more figures at the bottom of the box here, so I'll show you here. It appears you get 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these. That's a cool figure right there. It's really cool. So you get 5 of those. And here come your other main characters. Another one of your main characters. So you get 4 main characters here. It's very cool. And you're also going to get one more guy here. I'm not sure who this is. There's another main character. There you go. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you 5 those guys, and you get this. You get 2 of these creatures. Which looks like it's its wings pulled back. Oh, it looks like it's tied up. No, okay, it's completely tied up. So you get 2 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. You get 6 of these. 6 of these guys. I'm sorry about that. All right, so let's try that again. So you get 6 of him, 6 of him, 6 of him, 6 of him, 2 of those, 2 of those, 1. You get 2 of these. You get the 5 characters here, and you get your 2 big bosses. And these are the other ones that are included. Again, so you get 6 of those. 6 one goes in there, and all your other characters go in here. And you get the 1 extra one there. So it's been a long video, but this is everything that's included. Back it up just a little bit. That's everything that's included. And this concludes our unboxing of the core box set of the Kickstarter Ancient Blood, the Order of Vampire Hunters, brought to you by Dark Gate Games. It's for 1 to 4 players. It takes possibly up to 2 hours to play, and it's for ages 14 up. For more information, go to darkgategames.com. Again, that's darkgategames.com. And as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you could always give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. You could also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing video.